Hi, my name's Kaitlyn.
And my name's Mackenzie. And this is our Minecraft civilization
Called Land of the Trees. So, I'm Kaitlyn, and I'm going to start off with doing stable food supply. So, our Minecraft civilization shows a stable food supply because we have a farm including chicken, cows, and sheep for a food source. The people of our civilization could kill the animals for meat if desperate. They can also use the edible things that the animals produce. Some edible things are eggs from chickens and milk from cows. We have to make sure the animals will live, so we built the animals' location next to the river so that they can have water from the river that's behind. Also, we have crops for them, both for us and the animals. For sheep, we use the wool of the sheep to make clothing. The food source that the animals have is the crops on the other side of the river. There is wheat and pumpkins in the crop field. We just carry some crops over and feed the animals daily. We also use the crops to feed ourselves. Now, I am going to move on to a social structure. Our civilization shows a social structure because it has different quality houses for different classes of people. The bigger log houses are very nice quality and made by the people with smaller houses. So I'm going to go in, and just to show that the people were higher class, they had an actual education. So they have bookshelves in them to show that they have an education. So yeah. And the lower class, or middle class I should say, is made of bricks, and it's very, very small. It has very little window space, so little light can get into it. And this was made by them. And then the smaller houses were made by scraps of the bigger houses. And these were people of the lower class, and they have very little light space in the house. So, moving on to technology. Now, moving on to technology, we're going back to the stable food supply, and we have little waterfalls for technology. So, our civilization shows technology because we built private waterfalls for each set of animals. The total amount of waterfalls in our civilization are 3 waterfalls. Okay, now moving on to Mackenzie doing the arts.
Okay, so this is Mackenzie now, and I'm now doing the arts. And for the arts, we have a stage so that everybody can express their talents, and some seats to go with it too. It's also used for worship next to the temple sometimes, like doing religious tree ceremonies, and it's like a theater or dances or singing to express themselves.
And they have they have steps on all sides to make it more convenient to get up on the stage.
Yeah. And you can do stage right, stage left, and then the performers can also see everyone because the seats are very conveniently placed. Okay, so now I think we'll move on to a religion system. So over here we have our religion system, and our religion is we worship the trees. And we have a bunch of seats so that everybody can see the trees in front. And and it's very fancy and large so that it can fit a lot of people. And in the back there's a bunch of doors so that they can practice their special ceremonies where they walk through doors like new openings. And on top, for some people doing even specialer ceremonies, if that's a word, there's a tree on top so that they can worship the trees, like, because that's their religion. Okay, so now we'll move on to technology. I mean government. Government. And so our government system is we have some officials that deal with the laws and stuff, and they have trees because the religion in our civilization, the land of the trees, is worshiping the trees.
They are the ones that plant the trees in the ceremonies.
Yeah, because it's very special and sacred. And so this is where they meet and do conferences and make new laws. But first, before they make the laws, they put a bill out, and then there's voting stands. There's a few voting stands where people can vote on what they want, if they want A law or B law. And so now we're going to move on to our highly advanced written language. So for our written language, our people don't believe in traditional school because traditional school is just too boring. So instead we have tree school, where they sit and take notes on trees and read books on trees and talk about trees. It's much better than real school because in this civilization they don't need to know about technology unless it involves trees because they don't believe in other stuff. And it's really important to them because they write about trees in the bookshelves. Those are all books people have written about trees. And they have a glass roof with some openings so that they can experience nature and not just be shut into a classroom. And there's trees all around the classroom. And for convenience, there's a bunch of signs that say tree school around it. So we also have signs saying like government building and city government building and voting stand for clarification so that people know what it is. See, there's another voting stand, and we also have labels for our animals in case small children don't know that they're sheep or cows. But they teach them chickens in tree school. Chickens are the first animal that they know about. So that's our Minecraft civilization.
Thank you for watching.
Trees for life.